Stuart, your squad for Argentina, a number of star names rested, including Chris Robshaw, Danny Kerr, Toby Flood. What's the rationale, first of all, behind leaving those players at home for this tour?
I think the physical and mental rest. I think when you set your goals on achieving something, being a British Lion and not quite achieve them, I think it's hard sometimes, and particularly at the end of a long hard season. And I want to make sure that I want all those players firing at the start of next season. It's probably the last opportunity I get a chance to give them a rest, because this time next year we're off to New Zealand. So from my point of view, it also offers up opportunities to take some younger players in their position or other players and challenge them for when they come back and look at the strength in depth.
How difficult were those conversations? And presumably those individuals we spoke about, including Brad Barrett as well, have nothing to prove to you as players or as people as you move forward to 2015?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I'd say that players do have something to prove every time they step on a pitch, and no player's got a cast-eyed certainty, but all the players wanted to go, and all players, I said to them, I think it's in your best interest, and they accepted and trusted my decision on it. But I did say to them all that we'll select on form and fitness come November. All deals are off. Doesn't matter if you're a British Lion, you're rested, or you've been to Argentina. You need to play well at that point to be picked for the England team.
You've alluded to the fact that competition for place is important. You want players to pressurise the established players, perhaps. Matt Kovacic, for example, in Chris Robshaw's position. Yeah, and I do, and I think he's one example of many. Dave Atwood coming in, David Pace and Rob Webber at hooker, Corbs and Marler, with Mako Vunipola, David Wilson playing well now, and Henry Thomas coming in. You could go through the whole squad. Callum Clark getting an opportunity, Ben Morgan, Billy Vunipola. The list goes on of players who want a point to prove, and that's what you want to take, is a motivated, fit and healthy squad. We saw a hint of what Christian Wade and Johnny May can do on the midweek games in South Africa. How excited are you about them as a pair, and what have they done to impress you with their progression in the last perhaps 6 months or so? Yeah,
I think consistency is probably the watchword really for me in terms of international players. Consistency, the ability to play with intensity and understand that everything matters in the game. I think they've achieved that. There's a lot less errors I'm seeing, and a lot more X factor. And when you've got X factor in a team without errors, then you've got good players, and we certainly want to keep harnessing that and developing that.
Someone else with some X factor, Freddie Burns, is the only recognised 10, I think, in the party. Does that mean he's likely to start the Test matches? And do you think he's the kind of player that would benefit from having that confidence in him from the start of the tour?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say there's a good chance he'll start. But equally, I want to take Alex Good along and have a look at some options there to see if we've got the flexibility to have him in covering 10 and develop that confidence in him, because I think he's a quality player. But Freddie's got a great opportunity in front of him now, with Toby being rested and known with the Lions. So over to Freddie now.
Tom Wood picked as your captain as well. How important do you think his leadership's going to be in a hostile environment? I think you alluded to earlier, and with a squad that's perhaps averaging 7 caps or so per person.
Yeah, no, he leads by example, Tom. He's a warrior player. He is a great leader, and the players respect him. And we need experience in that side to go to Argentina and win. If the objective is to win, which it is, we need those sorts of people in there, and he will be important for us.